This is the 30-second LeetCode challenge, and it is called longest valid parentheses. Given a string containing just the characters opening parentheses and closing parentheses, return the length of the longest valid well-formed parentheses substring. So if you have the input of opening, closing, it outputs 2 because these two right here are the only valid parentheses. If you have closing, opening, closing, closing, output is 4 because these two and these two are both valid parentheses and they're one continuous substring. And then this one is just empty, so it returns 0. Okay, let's get started. So first thing we'll do is int longest equals 0. So this will be what we return. We also will need to keep track of int current equals 0. And then for this, to keep track of the parentheses, we're going to use a number for it. So int parentheses equals 0. When there's an opening parentheses, it will add 1 to this. And when there's a closing parentheses, it will take 1 away from it. The first thing we should do here is if s.length is less than or equal to 1, return 0. So now we'll do for each car CNS, if it's opening, current, parentheses plus and current plus, else if we will do parentheses minus, and if parentheses is less than 0, we will do longest equals current and current equals 0. Else if, what we should do is just equals 0 for that. Okay, we need both equals 0 and else if parentheses is less than 0. So we'll set current to 0 there. We also need if longest is less than current. That's where we do this. So if C is opening, we add 1 to both. So we have, say, opening here. If we then get a closing, we do minus, which will make it 0, which would, I need to do here current plus. So if it's still valid, it will continue. If longest, we also need to change it. No, we don't need to change the longest there, current there. We still just continue on. Okay, so opening plus 1. Say current is now 1. Have another opening, parentheses 1, current 1. We then have closing, parentheses, so 1, 2, parentheses 0, 1, but current is 3, and then have another one, parentheses 0, current is 4. It'll get to here, parentheses equals 0, and it will add current to it. I think that might all be all that needs to be done. Let's run it with the test runs and see if it works. And apparently it didn't. Okay, let's step through it to see what's happening. So input is open. Oh, okay, I didn't think of that. Okay, so I didn't think about whether there is just a single match like that. Okay, that makes it a little bit trickier. Maybe switch these around. Okay, so there is a problem with my approach. You could have opening, close. The way that I'm currently doing will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, but it would keep current as that. So we know for certain if current gets below, parentheses gets below 0, then you reset it. What I don't like about these examples is it only shows like this. It doesn't show any nested parentheses. Actually, I'm just going to click run, then add my own ones into there. No, just return 0. So I want to add one like this. Okay, it does return like that. Maybe when we get to the end, if current is greater than 0, current minus equals parentheses, and if longest is greater than. Curious what that will do. Okay, so I did this part here wrong. So let's move that to here, then it's else. Okay, do that. Okay, that still didn't work. Okay, I want to run through it on that one. So that one's fine. Yeah, so this one. So you go line by line. It starts off with the closing. So I'll go to the here. Current equals 0. Okay, I'm going to move that back into here. But then also parentheses needs to equal 0. I think that was the problem for that. Yep, there we go. So this won't work with all of them, I don't think. Let's create our own one. So let's say opening like that. So what would this be? This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would actually be this 6. So that should be 6. Does that work with it? It did. Was not expecting that. So that goes to here. What if we add a few more of these? This would be 10 now. Okay, that did work. Let's just add a few more opening. Okay, 10. Okay, but what if I do this now? Yep. So I need to look out for if there's like a gap between them, but I'm not sure how to do that. So if we have these two, it would ignore those, but then when it gets to here, it would add that. Maybe I need to check how many opening are in a row or something before. Like say for this one, because there's 2 in a row, then this is only valid by itself or something. So for this one, opening, this is only valid by itself, but then this one, it's not 2 in a row, so it's valid with that. But it's a matter of figuring out how to do that in code. Maybe a different way I could do this is we have the string here, then have like an array of bools. So, and then when we go through, it goes false, 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 false. And then when we get this closing one, we go back and find the most recent opening, make that true. Then this will be false. Most recent opening, true. Then we go here, we go backwards. Opening, this one's true, but this one's false. So that means it matches to that. I think that would be the way to do it. Or I just need to keep track of the index for. Wait. Okay, we'll do bool array matching equals new bool s length. So we don't need to keep track of. Don't need longest just yet. Don't need. Do current opening index. Do -1. Change this to for int I equals 0, I is less than s.length, I plus, and we'll do class equals si. Don't need current. So current opening index equals I is what we'll do here. So if parentheses is less than or equals 0, then we don't need to do anything. Get rid of this parentheses 1. Oh, actually, and this will be a stack. Seconds, opening indexes. This new stack. This will be stack.add. Push. That's the one. Push I to it. What happens if you pull and there's nothing in it? Oh no, pop. let's just look it up. So C# stack empty pop. Okay, I'll do that. So what we'll do instead is if, we don't need to keep track of that. So if this dot count equals 0, well, there's nothing to do, I guess. So we'll just do if doesn't equal 0. I don't need this. And what we'll do, matching I equals true, bool int opening index equals pop, and this will be equal true. So we just need to do that. And then when we get down here, int longest equals 0. Now do for each bool match in matching int current equals 0. If match current plus plus, else if, we'll just have that in here, then longest equals current, else current equals 0. I'm curious to see what this does. So let's just run it and see what output it produces. Yep, so it did 0. Just to keep it simple, gonna remove this first one test we made. So let's run that. Oh, I forgot to put a breakpoint in. Okay, breakpoint. Okay, let's go. So matching, 0 is all falses. Let's create the stack, get the character, add that to opening indexes. Then same thing again, we'll go add it to opening indexes. So the first one is there. Now it's for the closing. So we'll go into here, doesn't equal 0, into opening index pop, get the first index, matching I is true, and matching that is true. So that works as expected. Then go down to here. Okay, matching, so that is false, so just continue as normal. So if match, which is true, current plus plus, I did equals for some reason. It should have been greater. Okay, let's move these and see if it works now. Okay, and that did work. And that is with this more complicated one. So that was 1, so 2, 4, 6 there, 8, 10. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm pretty positive if I put this into LeetCode now, it will then work as expected. So let's paste that in, let's run it on the test ones and see what it produces. And it did work. So let's submit it and hopefully it works. And it did work. Awesome. So that is the 30-second LeetCode challenge called longest valid parentheses. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.